I mean, I'm standing in water that's practically up to my knees, and it's surrounding this entire home. Florida Fish and Wildlife is expected to finalize a ban on chummy today when fishing for any species from the shore. It's hard to imagine this is the third shooting in just 27 hours right here in Fort Myers. Now, one ingredient that's pretty common this time of year is celery. Plumbers say this is the worst thing to put down your drain because once these things break up down into these fibrous threads, kind of like dental floss, the average American spends $1,200 a year on prescription drugs. Check this out. Redheaded witches transformed me into a magical unicorn because we're talking about all the popular costumes for 2018. But I just realized rent is due on Friday and I'm mad. I'm so mad. I don't want to pay rent. We're about 30 minutes away from Best Buy opening up here. And if you take a look at this line, we've got lots of shoppers here in Southwest Florida taking advantage of these Black Friday deals. The Department of Environmental Protection says the limestone sludge is not toxic once it's treated. Don't try this at home, kids, right? We are here at Everglades Wonder Garden, taking a step on the wild side. I'm packing up some grocery bags. They'll be headed out later this morning. Now, inside these grocery bags are 15 different items, 15 different good items: potatoes, canned vegetables, tuna, juice, pasta.
Both of them went into the house, and he came out later carrying her, and her head was flopping around, they said.
Peggy Bauer heard from neighbors about what they saw before police arrived yesterday. Are you surprised that something like this happened over there?
No, I'm not surprised, because he was always in an uproar about something.
She says her neighbor Roy Lee Poore has been arrested before, at least twice since she moved here 2 years ago.
Every time he came around me, he began to fuss at me.
And neighbors believe he's responsible for whatever led to this police presence.
I told my girls about it, and they were about ready to move me out.
So I looked up the address on the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office website and discovered Roy Lee Poore has been arrested 4 times in Charlotte County, including an assault charge with intent to commit a felony back in 2011.
He's been in jail many times, from what I hear.
Terry Serpico lives near Poore too, and she says seeing this outside her home is unsettling.
It concerns me a lot because, you know, it's too close.
3, 2, 1.
In just 2 years, the coast of Charlotte Harbor will go from this to this.
We feel like when this resort is open that it will be better than anything you can find on the southwest coast of Florida.
The Allegiant Travel Company partnered with the TPG 6th Street Partners to build the Sunseeker Resort, the biggest of its kind in the region.
To provide individuals who fly into Punta Gorda a place to stay. That's really where the genesis of the idea came in.
Phase 1 is a 20-acre resort complex, complete with hundreds of hotel rooms, meeting space, and restaurants and stores along Harbor Walk. A project worth $470 million.
There was a redevelopment plan prepared 2005, 2006, adopted by the County Commission, and it identified the vision, the concepts for Charlotte Harbor. Fits completely with the vision those folks had.
Charlotte County Commissioner Ken Doherty says the revenue made from this project alone will help complete a redevelopment plan for Charlotte Harbor.
It creates like a catalyst for all of Charlotte Harbor then to look at other redevelopment opportunities.
I also asked the commissioner for his response to people who aren't a big fan of this change. He says many local, state, and federal regulatory agencies, like the Department of Transportation, work together on something this big.
They weigh in, permits are issued. People need to trust that those agencies have done their job.
And with Allegiant Airlines flying in nearly 2 million passengers to Punta Gorda last year, officials say it was time for something like this.
It just makes total sense for us when we're bringing this many people into the area to provide for them something to do.
Kathryn is in the studio this morning. She got to sit down with the athlete and his family. So good morning, Kathryn.
Yeah, that's right, Chris and Lisa. Good morning. It really, truly has been so much fun to get to know Tommy Watkins and his family. And he told me how they played such a big role in his successful career. He says he especially owes a lot of his success to his parents.
Bullet.
His teammates called him the mayor.
You know, I've grown up back at this stadium, at these fields in the back for over 20 years.
And now players call him coach.
Nice.
And for Tommy Watkins, it all started right here in Fort Myers.
I graduated from Riverdale High School. I was drafted in the 38th round by the Twins.
It was 1998 when Watkins says baseball went from play to professional.
I thought I was going straight to Minnesota. You know, little did I know I was going right down the road.
He started his career with the Fort Myers Miracle.
I just felt like I had to impress everybody. Hometown guy, and you know, a lot of people would come out just to see me, and you feel like you had to impress them.
And his local fans weren't the only ones watching. After 10 years with the minor league team, Watkins got called up by the Twins in 2007. A dream come true for the Fort Myers native. He played in 7 games with the Twins before he got hurt.
I hurt my lower abdominal when I was in Minnesota, so I came back here to rehab. Didn't get healthy enough to finish the season.
He came back and played for the Miracle for 2 years after that and says he's loved every minute of it.
I just love baseball from at an early age. My dad played, so you know, just following in his footsteps.
Tommy Watkins Sr. played for the Cincinnati Reds before his son was born.
He never pressured me to play. It was always more of a supportive than, you know, trying to push it on me.
And both of his parents knew at an early age Tommy would play just like his dad.
And when he was 4 years old, he put that cup on and
come on, that was a moment when when I put a cup on.
Yes.
Ever since, they've been nothing but supportive. Tommy Watkins was recently named as first base coach.
That ball's out of here.
For his team, the Minnesota Twins.
We used to go to the games all the time, but now that he's up in the major leagues, it's just a wonderful feeling to see him make it this far.